Hey, welcome back to another episode from Life on Living Well. My name is Richard. Before I dive into the topic that I have for us this week, as I normally say, if you like to make a comment or reach out to us, you can use the contact us form on the community website www.lifeforlivingwell.com. You can also say some of the books that members of the community have read and they find the books very useful for their growth. So it might be something that you haven't said before, so it might really help you to look into it. And if you like to make a suggestion or comment or feedback about any of the topic we have presented in the past, please feel free to do so by using the same form that I mentioned on the website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. So let's dive in without taking much of our time. So wow, we now in episode 19 of the podcast for this period. The topic of the podcast this week is what I call how not to kill your dreams. Probably we should also put it this way, what you should look out for a dream killer. So the topic once again is what we call how not to kill your dreams. So probably we examine some of the dream killers that kill some majority of the dreams and what you can look out for, and if you have it in yourself, what you can do to get rid of it. So I hope this podcast will help one person or two person and you'll be able to share it. So please share the podcast to your friends or group of people that you know, and that's how the community grow as well, and that's how the podcast make impact on people around us. So as a community, our main purpose is to grow with our own time, not grow on other people's time, but your own time. Is to grow whatever area you chose that you want to focus your attention into. So as we normally do, we take inspiration word from individuals that have touched others in how they live their life. So today I'm taking from Eleanor Roosevelt. So what does she say about dream killer? So she put it this way: the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So we all dreams. Unfortunately, majority of people are unable to manifest their dreams, and it could be because of this killer that I stated in this podcast today. So let's talk about the dreams. Have you ever thought or imagined how life could turn out, and then suddenly it comes to pass? That's his dreams. In the technology world, the way they present the dreams is having an idea and able to predict what you're going to do and make it happen. Some of the films that you watch are futuristic films. These are the films that individuals imagine what world could it be if a man can have this kind of technology, and suddenly a few years later that technology evolve and it becomes something in every home in the world. So you have phone, you have TV. These are the ideas that people have already imagined that is possible, and they create a prototype and they dramatize it to you in the film. So dreams take up a large part of woman success stories. So there are so many stories in our world that start as a dreams and it become the reality. Those who dream these dreams, they didn't just fold their hand and hoping that it will just happen by just daydreaming alone. There is countless evidence from many individuals who chose to follow their dreams. Without mentioning names, because there's so many names that I could have mentioned here, but most of you that listen to me right now, you will have known, even yourself, you will have thought and imagined things, and you make that things happen in your life. So how do you do it? What is it that come together that make it happen for you? And also, there are many who fail to materialize their dreams and visions. And as a result, they probably live in abject poverty and constantly worry about basic needs. Martin Luther King Jr. talked about his dream where his children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by their character. When he dreamed this dream, we read about what is it like to be a black person in America. Today, not necessarily is gone, but the opportunity to express your talent is more available there today than it was in the time of Martin Luther King. So let's think about other areas of our own life. There's opportunity all over around us, but not everybody see it. Some people see it as challenge, so they run away. Some people see it as difficulties, they avoid it. I'm telling you again, there is countless of opportunity all around us. And your dreams can range from local to global. Your dream might just be to be able to put food on your table. Your dream might just be to save the planet. Your dream might just be to get married, to have your own family. Your dream might just be to start your own business in 2024. Your dream might just be to get rid of your debt. As I'm telling you right now, all these things are possible to achieve. But what is thing that you need to look out for? I call it a dream killer. Just because the dream is big or massive should not be a reason to discourage, but should summon courage instead. It should give us an opportunity, it should give you drive to make it happen. So in this podcast this week, we wanted to examine the element that kill dreams and how you can identify them. Number one, lack of clarity. You ask someone, what do you like to do? I like to travel all over the world. That is vague. Be specific. I like to travel to Japan, and I would like to see Tokyo. I like to see different parts of Japan. I plan to stay in Japan for 10 to 15 days. I recognize that I'm going to need so amount of money to stay there. But however, I'm preparing to prioritize experience above pleasure. But if I can avoid both, I will go for it. So lack of clarity is one of the reasons why many dreams fail to materialize. So what do you intend to achieve, and how do you go about it? These are the questions that we don't really ask, and when we say we want to get something done, we are so vague, and grandiosity around it even make it impossible to happen. We overstretch ourselves by involving so many different things. So many dreams already fail before the dreamers even start. But you ask yourself why? Purely because of a lack of purpose. Why you are doing it? So just because somebody else is doing it, so you jump to it, and 2 or 4 days later you run out of steam and you let go. But when you have clarity of purpose, what will happen is that you also have strong need to make it happen. This will be like a fuel in your body, things that get you up early in the morning and make you work on your craft. There is a particular passage in the book of Proverbs that I really like, that a person that have worked on their craft, their knowledge, their wisdom will make them stand before the kings. Not necessarily the kings as the Bible describes it, probably because before the noble people, noble men and women. So it is important to clearly define what you want to create, when and how, before commencing any actions. Many people just jump to things without having the clarity of purpose or clarity of goals, what they really want to make happen. So you need to look out for this. It's a dream killer. Number 2, procrastination. I once met a woman. She wanted to do few things in terms of equipping herself in her career, completing her accounting course. But she was so terrified of failure to the point that she's always procrastinating, taking the right action. Even to register in the college is only, I will do it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. For the last 10 years. Why can't you go and do this? No, I will do it tomorrow. Another dream killer is always pushing what you can do today until tomorrow. Spanish have a wonderful word for procrastination, mañana. And that word, I love it so much that I use it a lot, even when I was living in Spain. That when people ask me to do things I do not want to do, I will say mañana, and they start calling me mañana. But if you think about it, it is very, very not so good for us that the thing you can do today, we always try to push it for tomorrow. And tomorrow is not waiting for anybody. You have no idea what tomorrow will bring. Maybe what you're supposed to have done today will have eased tomorrow for you, or will have opened the door for tomorrow for you. As a result of procrastination, many dreams are dead because individuals procrastinate on what they can do today. And people that entertain this pattern of behavior, they also have so many excuses that they hide behind it. Most of their biggest failure is taking the responsibility and taking the right action. So that takes me to number 3. And number 3, as we bring in this down, and number 3 is fear of failure. When people are so afraid of failure, it is impossible to take any action. They know that in their mind that it doesn't matter how much effort they put to something, it's going to fail. So why bother anyway? It's a defeatist thinking. It's a thinking where you think you already failed before you start. And then you say failure as absolute. You think because you fail, your self-worth is all bound around it. Some folks are even afraid to take any positive actions toward materializing their dreams because they're becoming the obstacle to their dreams themselves. And you will find so many cases where people sabotaging their relationships, career, and businesses due to fear of failure. Because when you fail to take the right actions, positive steps, you're actually sabotaging the thing that you say you want most. And lastly, fear of success. This is quite the same as fear of failure, but fear of success is another level that is so unique on its own, that someone's so afraid that if they become successful, things beginning to look bad for them. So they do everything to work against it. So these are the people that stay stuck in a job that they don't really love anymore, but they're so afraid of taking an offer of a new job because they feel like they will fail, so they never try to do it, or thinking like they cannot rise up to the challenge. So there are many signs of fear of success that you can notice in individuals. Individuals may avoid applying for a role that can increase their fortune, timidly worrying about the responsibility attached to the role. And this is linked to the fear of failure. So as we're bringing this to the end, it is very difficult to bring any dreams into reality without first establishing clarity of purpose. One of the major reasons many dreams fail is purely down to individuals being unable to identify the purpose of their dream. When you can identify the reason why the dreams may not come to fruition, the only action to take in this situation is to reduce or eliminate the dream killers. Someone said, the margin between the most successful and almost successful is 1% in their attitude and behavior. So I'm leaving you this week to think about this thing. Take your time to embrace the habit of people who have achieved their dreams. They eliminate the dream killers. You are capable to do the same without the dream killers in your own life. I hope this message helps someone. And if you want to reach out to me, please visit our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. And if you also want to support the community, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search for Life for Living Well and share the video. And it's the same, just the visual visual side of the podcast. So I hope this message helps someone. Until we meet again next week, please stay safe and have a wonderful week. Ciao.